Well, today it has officially announced that Diego Alonso is officially named as the first head coach of Inter Miami, and this shouldn't be a big surprise consider in the last News of the Week episode, I talked about how they were very close in terms of sealing this deal of hiring Diego Alonso as their first head coach, and today basically they officially announced it. And I also said in the last News of the Week episode that I not only like this hiring, but I compare this hiring to the Almeida hiring when he came to the Quakes from Chivas last year. You know, when you look at both of these coaches, both of them, of course, come from Liga MX club, and both of them actually have similar kind of success in Liga MX when they come before they come to their respective MLS club. Both of these guys were able to win double with their respective Liga MX club. Almeida, of course, won the double with Chivas back in 2017. Alonso won the double with Pachuca back in 2016. And both of these guys also have CCL title. Alonso actually have one more CCL title than Almeida. Besides the one that he won just recently, he also won a CCL title with Pachuca in 2016. And we all know Almeida, of course, won the title in 2018, and that was the game where not only it broke a lot of TFC fans' heart, but it also broke a lot of MLS fans' heart because they thought that they were finally going to see the first ever team to ever win the CONCACAF Champions League as an MLS team. But like I said, overall, I think this is a very good hiring, and that unlike how Almeida, when he came into the Quakes, and he didn't have like a lot of leverage in terms of just bring his own guys into the squad and try to improve it. Diego Alonso is going to have that leverage. Like, I believe Beckham is going to give as much money as he's possibly going to let Alonso spend in terms of trying to shape the roster, and that I think with that kind of control, he should be relatively successful with Miami. And keep in mind, Miami still have two DP slot open. I'm assuming maybe one of those DP slot could be if he tried to track some of his former player at Rayados, or maybe a Uruguayan player down in South America. And the other DP, I'm assuming most likely they're going to get a well-known European name to come to MLS. There's been rumor that they were thinking about getting Chelsea winger Pedro to come into MLS, which it's not really a well known name as well. It is a relatively well known name because Pedro, he's been very successful with Chelsea and also with Barcelona, and he has pretty much won everything that you can win in Europe. But it's not like the same name that they were kind of targeting earlier, like Cavani or Luis Suarez. But we shall see if that, of course, is the case. And yesterday, by the way, I actually had someone commented that they were rumored to get David Silva for this upcoming season, and eventually they're going to get him. Well, they've been rumored for a very long time, and yet it feels like this rumor has kind of gone into a dead end. So we don't know exactly if he is coming or not. And they also mentioned their rumor Cavani was going to be coming to MLS, which I think I forgot to mention in the News of the Week episode. But last week it was officially announced that Cavani was not going to come to MLS and that he actually signed with Atletico Madrid in 2020. So that hope of Cavani potentially come to MLS either with the Galaxy or with Inter Miami, as it was rumored, has pretty much gone. But obviously it'll be interesting to see how this team would be, and that Miami, I think they're going to continue to try to build their roster, and that now they got a head coach now, which is something that's been kind of a huge monkey on their back, and that now they got that off the back. I feel like now they can start thinking about signing players, and that they're going to have a very similar situation of what the Chicago Fire is dealing, where everybody was kind of just hampering them and saying that, oh, you don't have a head coach right now, you got to eventually get it. Now they eventually got the head coach. I think now fans will be a little bit more relaxed, and that they'll be more excited now about not only the upcoming season, but also the players that they're going to get in these next couple of weeks leading up to preseason. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this hiring? If you're an Inter Miami fan, are you happy with this hiring? And do you think Diego Alonso is going to be as successful as Almeida is? You know, Almeida, when he came into the league, yes, I know he didn't make the playoffs with the Quakes, but you got to keep in mind he turned a Quakes team that made up with a almost a complete roster that only won 4 games in the previous season, and it was the worst Quakes team ever in franchise history, to a team that literally almost was on the footstep of making the playoffs, and for majority of the year was in a playoff spot. So, you know, if Almeida can do with a limited budget and able to get a relatively weak team to almost make the playoffs, can you imagine what Alonso would do when you have a roster that's going to be definitely better than when Almeida took over the Quakes, and that you can definitely think that this team could maybe do some big things heading into their inaugural year. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.